After about 10 years, the body of Tuska has finally been removed from the desert area. So what was originally a game jam update by Mod Ramen, Tuska has finally been removed from Gielinor, and the gobies that used to reside near Narda have moved in. So with this update, as I said, Tuska has been removed from the game world. Gobi sediment that existed south of Narda has been moved south of where Tuska was previously located. This also means that the Anima Islands minigame has been removed. All references to the Anima Islands have been removed from the game. Any remaining Anima Island currency has been converted to Techie, and the emotes, animations, cosmetics, etc. that were previously purchased at the Anima Island reward shop have been moved to the Gobi Armorsmith shop. Any references to Tuska in-game have been cleaned up, including maps and the lodestone interface. The sacrifice, devotion, and transfigure abilities have been removed from God Wars Dungeon 1 loot and are now obtainable from completing the One Piercing Note quest. Players no longer need to go to the Gobi graveyard to cash in Gobi burial charms. Titles previously earned through the Anima Islands have been moved to the Gobi Armorsmith shop, and they also introduced a new Slayer creature, the Beastmaster Hound. These can be fought at level 43 Slayer and can be assigned by Sheldar, Maskna, and Simona. They can be found east and north of the Nemi Forest. Also, Tuska's Wrath Ability Codex is no longer purchasable via the reward currency, but can now be obtained as a tradable 1 in 400 drop on task or a 1 in 1000 drop off task from Eretz or the new Beastmaster Hound. And the same goes for Tuska War Priest, no longer purchasable through reward currency, but obtained as a drop from, again, Eretz and Beastmaster Hounds. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video so far, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Now we're going to take a look at the patch notes and see what's been updated with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. Looking at a couple hot fixes. Enrage mode and Masked fights on Portuguese worlds now finished correctly, and in order to investigate FPS drops during phase 5 of Masked Devourer, they've turned off the screen effects while they look into the root cause. Moving on to more changes for Masked, fixed an issue with the modest crocodile showing the incorrect debuff icon. Made some tweaks and improvements to the explosive scarab during P4 by removing the animation for throwing the scarab, as that was making it feel clunky whilst it rooted the player for the duration of the animation. Note that the scarab is seen thrown, as otherwise you would have no indicators, but you shouldn't feel as rooted now. They removed the projectile delay that was making the scarab stay in the air for longer based on distance thrown, and is now very snappy and throws instantly. They tweaked the priority of the scarabs compared to other NPCs within the encounter to make them always visible. Note this will make them appear on top of everything else apart from a Masked. They updated the ability to throw them whilst in prison rooms. Previously you were only able to throw directly at a target, but you can now throw them at any tile. Added in AoE effects of 2 tiles to crack the carapace effect, so if you miss the target NPC just by a touch, it'll still run the effect and either break or weaken the carapace. In order to better telegraph in a Masked phase 7, they've darkened the arena platform slightly to make them pop and tweak the pattern used to avoid the donut style telegraphing from layering next to each other. The path to 2 Mechan on phase 6 will now appear faster. 2 Mechans take the path toward the light voice line now correctly appears on the path instead of a Masked herself. Fixed an issue that prevented players from finishing the fights when someone died on top of the platforms in phase 6. Updated the colors of the first Devourer title. And lastly, fixed an issue that was causing inconsistency in the amount of time it was taking a Masked Devourer to transition between phases. Moving on to some general changes. Updated female ducks from white to brown. A typo in the Artificer's Measures buff has been fixed. Fixed environment lighting during desperate times. Fixed floating shelves in various locations. Fixed a blocking issue with rocks in the wilderness. Players no longer get stuck in the photo booth near Falador. When using the assist mode, the smithing interface should now reflect in the stats requirements view. The information symbol on UI tutorials is now hidden to prevent overlap with the heading if this interface panel is sized to a very short description. Fixed an issue where the Necromancy Lantern VFX outline was visible while mining with the Blast Mining override. The distraction and diversion icon has been removed from the Swansong quest interface. Ravenous Ghoul's soul should now be correctly added to the Slayer Codex by depositing Phil Dushabti within the Chest of Souls. Corrected an issue where the repair and check options for some variants of Masterwork magic overlap. Updated messaging when depositing and withdrawing currency from the currency pouch. Adjusted the positioning of the shooting star in Ashdale. Players no longer get thrown through the fence when they get hit by the falling star. And lastly, fixed an issue with the incorrect colors shown on some outfit pieces. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there to check them out if you wish to do so. If you missed last week's video, it'll be on screen now, so looking forward to seeing you there, and if not, I'll see you with the next RuneScape news video. Till then, I'm out. Aloha.